We labeled the shelves, not each other. I sell books for a living and apologies for free. The apologies are small. Sorry we don't have that exact edition. Sorry the cat has chosen your lap and won't negotiate. Our store is called Small Hours, which sounds like a threat to landlords and a promise to readers. We have 2 rooms, 1 window, and a bell that thinks it's a bird. My wife, Anna, teaches community writing workshops nights and weekends. She likes getting people to trust their own sentences. Write like you're leaving the light on for yourself, she says, and it makes even the shy ones bold. On Thursdays, she runs an open mic in our back room. We stack the paperbacks and roll out a rug and pretend the radiator doesn't sing in B-flat. The spring it started, a podcaster named Slate came through town on a tour about the art of vulnerability. He is the kind of person who gets introduced with the word beloved in front of a noun. Host, speaker, occasional poet. His marketing photo has a denim jacket, a coffee, and a gaze like a warm cloud. People trust him because he sounds like traffic is going to be okay. We could sell out a weeknight, my assistant Leela said, practical and thrilled. We'll move all the memoirs, even the ones about joy. Anna shrugged in a way that meant be careful and also yes. He's good, she said. He makes people believe their stories won't embarrass them. I sell embarrassment like a souvenir, I said. Give me a date. We put Slate on a Tuesday. He wanted a stool, a glass of water, and lighting that flatters truths. I resisted the urge to install a dimmer switch labeled honesty. The week of the event, our shared card sent its usual little pings: milk, shipping tape, the new broom that believes more in performance than result. On Monday night, a double charge from Catalina's, the cafe on our block, 2203 and 2251. We share the account because business and marriage are a Venn diagram we color with the same pencil. 2 charges isn't a betrayal, it's a rhythm. I asked in the tone that says we're adults. 2 cocos. 2 tabs, Anna said, tilting her head at the sink the way people do when they'd rather be at the beach. Luz closed me out when she switched to decaf duty, then reopened when someone came in with bad news. Bad news. One of the workshop regulars lost a job, she said. We let her read anyway. It made the cocoa feel like medicine. On Tuesday, Slate arrived at 5:10 for a 7 p.m. start. He wore the denim jacket, carried a tote with a microphone in it, and said the store smelled like intent. He warmed up by chatting at the register with his listener voice turned up just a notch. People melted the way butter melts in a pan when it has ambitions. Anna came down from the apartment around 6:30, hair up, sleeves rolled, the version of her that tells rooms how to breathe. She and Slate met in the middle of new releases. "You're the wife," he said, like it was a character in a myth. She smiled the way she smiles at bold dogs. "I'm Anna," she said. "I teach writing." "Perfect," he said. "Tonight, about making permission a habit." It went well because that's not the interesting part. He spoke for 20 minutes about telling the truth without burning the house down. People nodded the way people nod when the idea itself feels like a warm beverage. He took questions and turned bad ones into better ones. He asked if anyone wanted to share a paragraph and did not look surprised when 3 did. After, he sat at the table and signed books with a handwriting that suggests he doesn't doubt where lines should go. Anna hovered near the cookies, doing the work she loves, keeping a room from getting shy again. At 9:58, we closed the till. At 10:07, Slate asked if there was a quiet place he could record a bonus segment, just him and a local voice talking about process. 10 minutes, he said. Vulnerability always behaves when you ask it to. It doesn't, I said, and he laughed like I'd told a secret we shared. We have the back office, Anna said, already calculating the furniture. We took the ledger off the desk and made a lemonade of surfaces. She sat opposite him while I stayed at the door pretending to pretend I wasn't listening. The recorder blinked its little red integer. Slate asked good questions. Anna said good things that were really the oldest things. Be kind to your rough drafts, breathe on purpose. Don't throw away your verbs just because a man in a jacket pretends he owns them. They ended in 12 minutes. Slate thanked us, posed for 3 photos, and left the room smelling like public radio and cinnamon. Leela turned the chairs back into a display. The radiator tried out a new note. Anna went to Catalina's to drop off the borrowed stool. At 10:51 our card pinged Catalina again, one charge. At 11:39 a second. I told myself I was a retailer, not a detective. She came in at 11:50, cheeks wind-warm, carrying croissants wrapped like news. They were going to be stale in the morning, she said. I rescued them. She kissed me like we had both passed a test neither of us had studied for. I should tell you now that I trust my wife. That sentence sits like a chair in every room we live in. I should also tell you that trust gets thirsty, and my job is to pour water without tasting anything else first. 2 days later, Slate posted a clip from our store, an excerpt of Anna saying, "Put the blame down and pick up the pen." It made people clap online, which is a silly thing I am learning how to love. That night he went live on his feed for donors. I was in the office doing invoices with the lights low like numbers deserved night vision. The stream played while my eyes counted. The last 10 minutes were Q&A, then thank yous, then the camera kept rolling while Slate closed the laptop. He was at Catalina's. You could tell by the mural of lemons that has forgiven 6 landlords. He reached out with "There it is," the move some men never retire, the hair tuck. Not Anna's hair, Luz the barista. Luz swatted his wrist with a dish rag and laughed in a way reserved for men who confuse the word friendly with the word free. The camera cut while I was still practicing the right shape of relief. I didn't tell Anna that night, not because secrets are nutritious, but because the information fit better in the category called watchfulness than in the one named panic. On Sunday, Slate wrote that he'd be back in town Thursday for a recording at a studio nearby and asked if we wanted to co-host a bonus after hours, writing prompts in our shop. Tickets free, tip jar for the store. We said yes because rent is a sentence and yes is a verb. The day of, Anna taught her afternoon class and went to Catalina for a sandwich before we reopened at 8. I was on the ladder replacing a burned-out bulb when Leela said, "Slate's early." He stood in the doorway with 2 coffees and a smile like an old habit. He asked where Anna was, then answered himself. "Catalina's, right?" By 8, the store was full of people who keep pens in pockets on purpose. Slate ran prompts like an honest game show. He asked for a volunteer to read. 3 did. He praised something in every paragraph like praise had a quota he meant to meet. At 9:40, he asked if anyone wanted to record a sound postcard for the pod, 30 seconds while you write. He chose the kid with braces and the teacher with a cardigan and a man in a suit who wrote like the suit wasn't his idea. At 10:15, he asked if Anna would do a last segment, shop owner's spouse perspective. He pointed to the office like a director who trusts his set. I stood at the door again and made my face do listening instead of suspicion. Slate cued the recorder. Anna said exact things. Slate thanked her. Then here the little reached toward a curl that had gone rogue, old trick, habit disguised as help. Anna moved her head like a lighthouse, a degree left, a no that could keep ships from rocks. "Don't do that," she said, not loud, not kind, exactly correct. "Hands are for holding mics." He froze and then, to his credit, did a thing men either don't or do too late. He apologized where his mouth knew the room could hear. "I'm sorry, Anna, habit, noted, no more." The recorder caught it.